I was going to say, because it is at least a little bit of an interesting, almost dreamlike scenario for a lot of
Yeah.
people. Because when you think about the fact that back in late, I think it was 2017, was it?
Very
That,
good.
okay, so you had, of course, debuted the Riot Squad, but right around that same time, over on
Oh,
the
yeah.
other brand, Absolution debuted.
Yep.
And that was always kind of seen as a really like we're
Mhm.
kind of doing this at the same time.
Mirroring each other a little bit.
Yeah, mirroring each other quite a bit. And
Mhm.
so one of the things that ended up happening was, you know, you being the leader of this group over here, and then Saraya being seen as the leader of this group, you kind of were seen as equivalents. And then even when they did the, what did they call it at the time? The Superstar Shakeup, they swapped the two factions.
Yes.
And so you guys like never really got to face off in that way. And here we are now coming up on Revolution, and all of a sudden here we have Saraya entering the ring with Ruby Soho. You happen to have Jamie Hayter, the women's world champion, in the middle here, but for a lot of people, this is a little bit of a dream scenario. How does that feel as far as that's concerned?
So I definitely, I've always been a fan of Saraya. I've always looked at her as someone who kind of paved the way for a woman like me to be accepted in the wrestling industry. I feel like, you know, alternative women, with people like her and Lita, if it wasn't for them, that I would not have been as accepted as I have been, you know, over the last few years. So I definitely have monumental amounts of respect for her. And I have, obviously, when my hair was longer and it was black, because, you know, women can only be seen as similar by the color and length of their hair. I was compared to her a lot throughout my early days in my career. And while that was, you know, an honor to be compared to somebody with the talent caliber of her, I was definitely out to show that I was different, and that we are two very different competitors. And I think one of the reasons that is also, you know, a dream scenario for people is to see how different we really are. And the one way you can prove that is to step into a ring together. So I'm excited myself to see exactly how that interaction takes place. But I'm also, you know, excited to step into the ring with somebody I've had a lot of respect for a really long time.